Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is September 29th, 2023, Friday, September 29th, 2023. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it doesn't, then don't force it to be your story, all right? Aside from that, I'm just gonna start pulling cards. So, yeah. One second. All right. Oh boy. Hold on. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah. So, hold on. Her game is loud. Okay. So we're good now. So I was like one thing after another. Like my phone was ringing, and like her game was loud, and then like the TV was loud. So a lot of distractions. More so interruptions. Oh, so um, there is. I feel like I'm gonna break out into song. So there's like a masculine who wants to interrupt you. That's it. That's all I got right now. A masculine who wants to interrupt you. So if it's kind of like you're eating your lunch, right? And you gotta press this button, sweetie pie. Bless you. There you go. So look, more interruptions, right? So it's kind of like you're eating your lunch, blah 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 blah, and then you have like a customer who sees that you're eating your lunch, right? And they're like, "Excuse me, can you help me with something?" Right? It's like that, but not the part where they want help with something. I mean, it could be that, but it's more so like they see that you're in the middle of something, and instead of waiting until you're done eating your lunch, they want to interrupt you like right now. And like by the time you're done with that, by the time you get back to your lunch, like you don't even want to finish your food anymore. Like it's all cold and like a fly's been buzzing around, and right, it's like that. So somebody wants to interrupt you. So by the time you get back to whatever task is at hand for you, you kind of just like, I don't feel like it anymore. So that's that. For a good portion of you, it's a masculine that wants to interrupt you. So, aside from that, what's today? Friday? Yeah, today's Friday. So, let the weekend commence, correct? There's like a what is that? What full moon is it? There's some kind of full moon. I don't think it's a harvest moon, is it? No. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, thanks for all the support on my channel. I really appreciate that. You know, for those who are like actively being active on my channel, I appreciate that. Thank you. You rock. So, thank you. Rooted. This card comes out a lot. Rooted. May you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. That is you. I feel like this is why this... Oh. Which one do you want, my love? Which one? You got that? Okay. Well, she's like, here, mom, help me. And then she's like, no, I'll do it myself. I'm like, okay. Right? So, this is you, rooted. May you never tell a living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. What was I saying? Yeah, so, I feel like this is why this masculine, it's a karmic, right? Oh my god. It's a karmic masculine that is trying to interrupt you. And so you can be aware of this. You can feel it, sense it, right? But the reason why... Which one do you want? Oh, I see what's going on. That's because it's stuck. The reason why they're trying to do this is because you're too... Well, they're trying to do this, but it's not working. And the reason why is because you're too focused, you're too rooted. So, like, it's like, going back to, like, that eating lunch thing. It's kind of like, excuse me, can you help me real quick? And you're like, well, I'm actually not on the clock and I'm eating lunch, so you'll have to wait. So whoever this person is, it's like, you're not going to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. If they really need assistance that bad, or if they really want to contact you that bad, they will have to wait until you are ready to come around. If you ever want to come around, right? So instead of them getting you out of your position, so that way by the time you get back to it, it's like, I don't even want to eat that lunch. I don't want to finish it. Let me just do something else instead, right? I feel like that was the energy from them. That's what they were trying to do. Get you distracted, get you away from the task at hand. But they cannot. Because you're too focused. You're too rooted. It's like, it's not happening. So, there's distractions and interruptions. So, if this person was trying to distract you, you're not letting it happen. So now, if they can't distract you with things that are happening on the outside, they're going to come... This is literally the same exact thing. They couldn't distract you with things on the outside, so now they're going to come interrupt you themselves. Oh my god. Like, are you not tired of, like, doing the same shit over and over again? Okay. So, obviously, this keeps coming up because we've got whoever this masculine is, it's just like he's so, like, he's got, like, a one-track mind on you, and, like, I don't, it's like tunnel vision. It's just tunnel vision to the collective. I will do that in a second, my love. Hold on. I know, but you have to wait. I know, my bubbles. Hold on. Hold on. So yeah. This karmic masculine, he is very exhausted because now I'm just like, ugh, like I just don't even feel like doing this anymore. So this masculine is like out of breath, losing his energy. It's like there's a weight on his chest or like on his back. You ever carry something like a really heavy backpack, and it like that weight on your back, it kind of makes it hard to breathe sometimes when like you were a kid and you had to like carry all your books to school in your backpack, right? It's like that feeling. But if you look at him, there's nothing on his back, right? There's nothing on his chest. He's just put a lot of spiritual weight on him, like a lot of debt, karma. So that karmic debt is weighing down on them. And it's like, it's manifesting physically. So spiritually, there's a lot of karmic debt that's weighing down on them, and it's physically, it's manifesting, and it's like making it hard for them to breathe. rebirth. There is a death in all that awakens, for it is blissful. Hold on. No. Hold on. Rebirth. There's a death in all that awakens, for it isn't blissful nor painless. It's a mighty rising, O flame resurrected. I feel like that's you. So, whatever... okay. I hate to say it like this, but essentially, your rebirth in life, in this life, is causing somebody massive karmic debt. And it's weighing down on them. So if they were trying to prevent you from having some sort of rebirth, it didn't happen. Like you've gone through that rebirth. That rebirth has allowed you to become more rooted and bound within your magic than ever before. And it's like really weighing on this person. It's like it's physically manifesting as like chest pains or like achy backs. And I feel like this person is still hovering around, like they're trying to interrupt you, or they're trying to, they couldn't distract you, so now they're trying to interrupt you themselves. And it's like you don't feel the physical weight, like you're not, I know you're tired, like I don't I feel like at this point this person is kind of like, they're kind of like it's all or nothing, because to them they don't have anything, they've lost it all. So now it's kind of like, to them, like, what's the point? I might as well just keep going. I feel like also this person knows that there is no positive end in sight for them, but for the longest of time, this is what this karmic knew. This is all they knew. So now it's just like they can't stop, because if they stop, they don't know what else there is for them in this world. They only know how, their only purpose was to like distract you and interrupt you. And if they don't have that, they don't know who they are. Excuse me. No. It's okay. But, aside from that, you got rebirth and rooted. Here's your ball. Yes. So people could be wondering why when I start saying good things about the collective, I stop, and then I just start talking about what the Karmics think and what they plan to do and what their intentions are. It's because the Karmics, they don't need to know the good things that are happening to the collective, right? And if you don't want your plans to be like laid out, don't watch my channel. It's like they feel called out. I mean, why shouldn't the collective know the nefarious intentions behind your acts towards them, right? Why would I constantly tell you about all the good things? Look, about all the look. We have F. Somebody failed trying to stop you from having a rebirth. This could also be family members for some of you, but what is that? Thank the universe. I feel like that's something that they're trying to get you to not do, to be thankful, to be grateful, to be appreciative, to have gratitude. I'm seeing that one card, the Faithless, wants you faithless. Like, all they know is distractions and destruction. And they can't distract you. They can't cause destruction in your life. And it's like, I feel like for the longest of time, this is what these people, these things, this is all they knew: distractions and destruction. And they can't do that with you. They're like a bee without a queen. They're just buzzing around until they die. So if they do have some sort of queen bee that was calling the shots, that queen bee is no longer there. Something happened to her. So now you have like all these aimless, mindless worker bees. Like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we still distract the collective? Do we still try to interrupt the collective? What do we do? What do we do? Well, let's just keep doing this because this is what we were told to do. So they're going to do this until they die. Don't forget to relax. That's it. That's all I'm looking at. Don't forget to relax. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to interact with anybody you don't want to interact with, to help anybody you don't want to help with. So let's say you are on your lunch and you're on your break and you're eating your lunch. You've clocked out. So you're not obligated to help anybody because you're not on the clock. He's so cute. So yeah. The letter H. I feel like that's you. You're just happy. Don't forget to relax. You're in this happy energy, thinking that you've got rooted. So you know who you are. You know where you stand. You know what you're doing. Right? You're in touch, in tune with your magic. You could be a divine feminine. You have gratitude towards the universe. I just heard Sky Daddy. That's so funny. So you have gratitude towards God, and God is like, my child, here's happiness for you, right? But you're just thanking the universe, you're relaxing, and you're just being happy. That's it. You don't have to do anything. We have the 9th house here, Sagittarius. So you're working on your spirituality. You understand the meaning of things. You become more wisdom. You become more wise. So this is, once you got yourself rooted. So the way I'm seeing it is, you were a tree, a beautiful, gorgeous, luscious tree, but you couldn't really grow because you had a lot of weeds around you, right? That was like sucking up all your nutrients and vitamin and sunshine and la 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 la, right? But then somebody came, which would be your archangels, your ancestors, your spirits of the highest white light. They all came and they cleared up. They made a clearing for you, cleared up all the weeds, took them out, got them out, right? So now it's just you able to flourish and grow in abundance. You know, you can suck up all the nutrients that are for you, all the rain, all the sunshine, all the wind. You know, animals can pollinate, insects can pollinate, everything. I feel like that's what happened. Things just got cleared out for you. And now you're able to grow the way you should be able to grow. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else but grow. This is, the reason why this is coming out is there's 2 reasons. One, it's to letting you know what's going on around you. And 2, it's to let you know, like, you literally don't have to do anything but other than, like, grow, relax, and be happy and just focus on yourself. And I don't want to say that, like, in a selfish kind of way, but just focus on your spirituality, understanding things. Like, becoming one with the divine. Yeah. Watch out for flying monkeys. So you already know that these people, this person is around you. They're trying to interrupt you. Here, you can play that one. You have to be careful with these people. They want to... So, if they can't cut the tree down, they want you to get you to cut yourself. Uproot yourself. They can't move you. You're like this big, massive tree, right? Your roots are like in the ground. You can't... They can't do anything. They want to... If they can't distract you, they want you to be distracted. If they can't interrupt you, they want you to like interrupt yourself, like stop yourself. The power is in your heart. Do you know how loved you are? I feel like this is why the faceless want you faceless. They want so bad to like have you believing that you're not loved. But you are. I have like all of a sudden now I feel like I have to like burp and like my throat is like getting all like closed up and stuff like that. So you're very spiritual, very intuitive, you're very wise, you understand the meaning of life, you understand spirituality, you're very rooted, you're in touch with your magic. For a lot of you, this magic is your heart. Somebody wants to, they're trying to attack your heart. Like, they want to put you in, like, they want to darken your heart. You know how, alright, if you ever seen Once Upon a Time, you know, Snow White, she had, like, a pure heart. But when she did that one bad thing, I think it was to, like, Rumpelstiltskin, there was, her heart ended up getting, like, a dark spot in it. That's what they want. They want for your heart to be darkened. Which is the reason why, because this may not be for all of the collective, only because of the fact that, like, everyone's gifts are different, okay? But for those of you that operate, like, who can create out of their heart space, and it's like, their heart is, like, where the sun is. It's like they want to darken that sun. The light, the power, the warmth, the heat. You could also be very generous, too. Also, these flying monkeys, they've watched you go through a rebirth. So, obviously, they know that there's nothing they can do, but that's not going to stop them. But they've seen you go through a rebirth. These are false friends and false family members. Look, there's that karmic masculine, the petty man. Focused on my goals. He's watching you focus on your goals and he wants to like... So there's two things. This petty man is focused on his goals. His goals is to distract you and interrupt you. But you're too focused on your goals to be interrupted. You see? So there's goals here. Everybody's got a goal in mind. This petty man is to distract you from your goals. But it's not happening. You're too rooted and focused on your goals. I also... should I say that? Focusing on your goals makes you happy. Also, this petty man is trying to find out what your goals are. Like, they're trying to figure out what is it exactly that you are focused on. Like, what is it that makes you keep going? This could be an ex of yours, this petty man. This petty man is going to, yes, he is sending flying monkeys out your way. But I also feel like these flying monkeys are just flying monkeys in general, like false people around you. All right. So they're going to be around you irregardless of the fact that this petty man sent them. Like, yes, he probably sent a couple himself, but for the most part, there just are flying monkeys around you just because there are flying monkeys around you. Right? Unfortunately, that's how it is. I'm sorry. But without darkness, there cannot be light. So you're the light. You kind of just have to get used to the fact that there's darkness around you. And yeah, you have to get used to that fact. Because it's a fact. There's a balance. There has to be darkness in order for there to be light, and vice versa. There has to be light in order for there to be darkness. It would be such an imbalance and a disservice to the world if there was just one. That's why people would be like, oh, I wish for world peace. That cannot exist. That's not a thing. That's not ever going to be a thing. And I hate to say it like that, but world peace is never going to be a thing because there has to be a balance. Why does God do this? Why is there poverty? I'm not going to get into all of that, but there is a balance. So you kind of have to get used to these flying monkeys being around you. But just because you have to be like, oh yeah, I see you, doesn't mean you have to acknowledge it. Like, you don't have to it's kind of like you don't have to react to every argument or every insult or every that comes your way. You know how people be like, oh my gosh, she talked to me this way, or he said this. You don't have to give a reaction to every flying monkey that you see. You don't have to. Acknowledge it. Yes, I see that you are a flying monkey. I'm aware of what you are. But I'm going to keep focusing on my goals. I'm going to keep focusing on what makes me happy. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. I feel like people make things more complicated than they are. I wish there was no such thing as flying monkey. Oh, unfortunately for you, my friend, that's not going to be a thing. It's not a thing. At least for right now. It's not a thing. So you have to get used to the fact that these things are around. Right? And if you don't have the strength to keep going, then obviously this mission is not for you. But if you can, accept that fact and kind of be like, all right, I see what you are. I see you for who you are. But it's really also about creating boundaries. We have unwilling to change because they are scared. So this petty man who is an ex, they're unwilling to change because they are scared. Oh, well. So that's exactly why when I said that their main goal is to get you off track and your main goal is to keep focusing on your goals. And this petty man, this is all he knows is to get you off track. Despite the fact that he knows that it would be in his best interest to stop and that there's no positivity at the end of the light for him, he's going to keep going because this is all he knows. But as for those flying monkeys, you kind of just have to deal with it for the time being. And like I said, if you're not able to it's also about boundaries. If you cannot put boundaries up to these false friends, family members, these exes, these flying monkeys, if you cannot put up boundaries, then I don't know, be prepared to come back and try again. So I don't know what to tell you. I literally just forgot everything I said. So we got the letter L. Yeah, this ex is still in love with you. He/she wants to set you up. Watch out. So this is a kind of recurring theme that's been happening with this specific card that's coming out lately. So you could have multiple people that are trying to get you off track, which is why, actually that goes with this. Watch out for flying monkeys, because basically the setup is just to get you off track, to make you lose your focus on what it is that you're focused on. So it's not a contained situation. It's not just the petty man that's trying to distract you. It's not just these flying monkeys that are trying to distract you. It's everybody. And you have to like be aware. You have to accept the fact, like, okay, so I've got a bunch of people that are trying to get me off track. Okay, noted. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep fighting, right? Oh, what was that? Divine timing. Wow. So whatever's going on this is all happening in divine timing. This card has been coming out a lot lately too, divine timing. That's right, baby. Yes. Oh, I love her. Okay. So whatever's happening, I have to get something for divine timing. Oh yeah, I was talking about peace, like world peace. Like, yeah, that's not gonna be a thing, at least for right now. Baby, why do you keep pressing? You have to go like that. All right, divine timing. What's going on with divine timing? Spirit baby. Oh. So you have a petty man that's still in love with you. That could be an ex. For one of the main reasons why they are an ex for you, collective, is because they are unwilling to change, because they are scared. So this could be somebody who goes by what society thinks, what society says. They like to please society. They like to please other people. Something. They could also be stuck on like financial, health, wealth, abundance. Like everything is like time is money, money is time. Like that mindset. Very materialistic. Kind of like an abuser, like a narcissistic gaslighter as well, like a mental abuser. So they may not be a physical abuser, but they definitely are like a mental abuser. Okay. And a lot of it has to, it's a lot, there's a lot about this person that the reason why they are the way they are, but I'm not gonna get into that because who cares. Anyways, however, it is divine timing that you have a spirit baby, or this is happening because you had a spirit baby, or you're having a spirit baby, or you will have a spirit baby. So this is what they're trying to get you unfocused on. You're a spirit baby. Whether you have the spirit baby, or you're about to have the spirit baby, or you will have a spirit baby. The fact is that your path is leading towards a spirit baby, or has led to, or will lead to, whatever, right? I also feel like this petty man in particular, he's kind of like hell-bent on the fact that you are having a spirit baby, or had a spirit baby, or will have a spirit baby. That is its own thing. If I could turn the camera, I would, but I feel like if I do turn it, it's gonna like stop the recording, because that's been happening lately. So in particular, this petty man is focused on your spirit baby, or the fact that you have a spirit baby, or you will have a spirit baby. There is an ex that is still in love with you that's focused on this, right? They're trying to get you distracted on this. I feel like they're more focused on your spirit baby than they should be, than naturally, right? It's not like, oh, congratulations. It's more like they really want to know like the in-depths and outs of like your baby, your child, your pregnancy, all right? And then on the outside, you have a bunch of flying monkeys that want to set you up, because they just don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to operate out of your heart. They want you to have a darkened heart. So it's two things and one thing at the same time. You got flying monkeys that want you to darken your heart. And then you have a petty man that's like focused on your baby, or your spirit baby, or the fact that you will have a spirit baby. So you have to be aware of everything, all of this. All right. So now that you are aware, it's kind of like, okay, I see it. I noticed it, right? Noted. Now I can just keep going. So if you've been feeling something weird in your energy, in multiple different directions, this is it. This is it. So now that you are aware, you can keep going. Now you don't have to like focus on it anymore. You can go back to your goal, right? Your past doesn't define you. So this petty man who is unwilling to change because they are scared, they want you to be scared, and they want you to have your past be defined. It's like they don't want you to move forward. They want you to be afraid to move forward because of whatever. So if you have like, I don't know, similar past, or like a dark past, or like a traumatic past, or whatever, they let themselves be bound by their past, and like they use it as an excuse as to why they can't move forward. They also want you to do the same with yourself. Like they want you to be so traumatized from your childhood or from your past or from a past or whatever that you cannot move forward. But for you, it's just like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna go ahead and have my baby, or I'm gonna go ahead and have this baby, or I'm gonna whatever. For some of you, this petty man didn't want you to have a spirit baby or children or a child. They wanted you to be so like traumatized. So if you had like a traumatic childhood, they wanted you to be so traumatized from your childhood that you would never have children. I know that's very specific. But it's like you were meant to have a child because your child is supposed to be a spirit baby. Also, if you didn't have a child with this mask, if you did not have a child with this petty man, that's why this petty man is so invested in your pregnancy or your spirit baby or your child. Because it didn't happen with them. So they're like, it's like they have to know what's going on with your pregnancy. How did it happen? When did it happen? Who's a father? Who's a mother? Right? That's why they're so invested in your pregnancy or your child or your baby. Because if they were trying to get you pregnant, it didn't happen with them. But for the most part, it's like they didn't want you to have children. Like they were hoping that you would never have children. That's a whole nother thing. Let me move on. Now you're just taking up too much of my time. 10 of Wands. Okay, so the whole, let's call them the Karmic Collective, right? Because it's a collective of Karmics. Boom, 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 right? So these Karmic collectives have watched you going through this rebirth. They're burdened by your rebirth. It's like it's weighing on them. It's too much for them to handle. I feel like also it's so weird because to them it's just like, oh, the collective is doing so good. They're so happy. It's like that. That's the energy. So it's kind of like your rebirth is making them in the 10 of Wands. So that's why they're trying to set you up. They're trying to get you unfocused on your goals. It's because it's too much for them to handle. It's too much for them to bear. Your happiness is too much. Your magic, your heart, your spirituality, your faith, your wisdom, your understanding, your knowledge, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much for them. So now they got to do a couple things to knock you down a couple pegs, to put some dark spots in your heart. Somebody could also have a lisp. Ten of Swords. Hold on one second. What were they saying? Yeah, 10 of Swords. So these false friends and family members, they feel they're in the 10 of Swords because of your rebirth. Let me repeat that again. They are in the 10 of Swords because of your rebirth. Because you've gone on and like let yourself, get rid of the old, clear the weeds. It's like they're mad at you because you prayed to God and asked for help and he helped you. They feel like it's some sort of betrayal to them. So they feel betrayed because you asked for help from God and God is helping you. Also, it's kind of like the reason why they feel so betrayed is because if they were trying to help you, it's like something told you like this is not their help, or the way they're helping me, or the way that they're guiding me or giving me advice or consoling me, or it's not working. It's not right. This like there's no progress. So also that's another reason why these people are mad. They're mad because you would rather have God's help than their help. It's like, it's weird because no matter how these people were helping you or around you or keeping you company, you were always in the 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. It's like nothing was ever getting better, but then it's like you just pray to God, God, please help me clear the weeds from my field or whatever. And God was like, okay, say less, got you, no problem. So your angels, your ancestors, and God, they all came and cleared up all the weeds. So these people are just like, what do you mean my help is not enough? What do you mean? Oh, you don't think my help is good enough for you? Now watch, I'm going to do something. So you're going to need my help. And God's like, no. My collective has my help. No, it's okay. They don't need your help. They have me. God's like, I'm here. And then you're like, yes, God's here. No, it's okay. I don't need your help, flying monkeys. I have God. God is here to help me. So they're just mad because God's helping you and they wanted to help you, but their help was going to bring about your downfall. And it's like, well, you woke up one day, you were like, well, the way you're helping me is not working for me. I need actual help. So I'm going to pray to God and I'm going to give my heart to God and I'm going to believe in God and I'm going to love God, la, la, la. And God's like, yes, my child, finally you have come home. Here's all the blessings. Here are all the help. Here's all the love for you. So that's why. That was the rebirth. Because you turned to God. You stopped listening to man, the word of woman. These flying monkeys, these karmic men, these karmic women. You stopped listening to them. And started listening to God. And started listening to yourself. They feel betrayed by that. Which is so weird. The world, yeah. This cycle of... So these people wanted to keep you in the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. They cannot do that anymore. They can't. So that's one of the reasons why they wanted to like help you. Because their help was actually like your demise, your downfall, your depression, your anxiety, your doubts, your fears, your unchanged, your scaredness, your loneliness, your fears. It's like they were helping you, but what they were really doing is like they were trying to like switch the energies and trying to like... So let me give you a story, right? How do I tell the story without like being so So let's say for example, a friend comes out of nowhere, right? And they're just like, oh, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. How are you? La, la, la. And you're like, yeah, I'm good. And then out of nowhere, you get like a wave of anxiety. Like you get a massive anxiety attack out of nowhere, right? And you contact a friend. Oh my gosh, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. That friend's like, no problem. I'll be right there. And then as soon as you get in the vicinity of that friend, your anxiety goes away. That's the setup. Because then what happens is that friend will be like, yeah, well, the collective had an anxiety attack and I had to help them. And, you know, the collective was there and, you know, they just called me and I just didn't want to be that person to say no because they were going through such a hard time. And, you know, I'm just a good person. So I was there for them. But meanwhile, you hadn't had an anxiety attack in who knows how long. And out of nowhere, now that that friend came out of nowhere, you're getting anxiety attacks back to back, right? So that's what I mean by this cycle is over. They cannot use you for like their own benefits. And now I feel like that's also like part of the energy switch. So if that person gets anxiety attacks, they don't want to be the poster child or the poster man or the poster woman for anxiety. They'd much rather have you as the poster person for anxiety. This is an example, right? As a poster person for an anxiety, and then they would be the person that helps out the people with like mental health or the people that would help out people with anxieties. But meanwhile, like, you see what I'm saying? This cycle of people doing this to you is no more. They have to be in their own depressions, doubts, fears, unchanging ways, pettiness, anxieties. They have to be in their own energy. Right? And you were like, God, why am I getting this way all of a sudden? Why am I feeling this way? And God's like, okay, let me clear out your energy because this is why. And now that he cleared out your energy, you're like, oh my God. Right? I really have no reason to feel the way I was feeling. But that's the thing. It wasn't you. It was these people. And that's why they feel betrayed because they can't use you as a poster child. I just saw 44, 41, and 44, 42, 44, 44. They cannot use you as the poster child for their own messiness, their own chaos, their own trauma, their own drama. I have so many stories like that. I could tell you, Jesus Christ. But, so that's like the best example I can give of that story. of what cycles in particular are no more. All right. So these false people, they cannot use you in that way, right? And I know it sounds messed up, but it is what it is, right? You live and you learn, right? Like, I could be here and say here, like, oh my God, they gave me their anxiety, they gave me their depression. No, it is what it is. You just kind of, like, gotta understand it, acknowledge it, and move on. Look. And now that's you. Being happy in the sun. Living happy, harmonious, you know, love, happiness, your heart. Whoa. What is that? I like that color. Where'd you get the palette from? I have to get you more. So this is you. This is now why they want to set you up. Because it has to do with your happiness. These people are not happy. They want you to be the poster person for like unhappiness, drama, trauma, chaos, troubles, just everything that's not happy. They want you to be not happy. Because it really has to do with the fact where, look, Four of Wands, you could have a stable, happy home, harmonious environment. Jesus Christ. So there's two things. This petty man, that's a separate thing, but it's all at the same, like, it's all happening at once, but they're like, what's the word? They're isolated incidents, but they're all happening at the same time. So these people, they cannot have a happy, stable home, or just like a harmonious environment. Their environment is just not harmonious. They're not peaceful in their environment, wherever that is. They're just not happy, and they feel betrayed because they cannot put you as that picture. Like the collective, they're just a mess. The collective, they're never happy. The collective this, the collective that. They can't say that about you, right? The stories that I could tell, oh my goodness. I'm just getting like story after story after story after story after story. Like, just so many like realizations right now in my head. Like, it's crazy. And I'm only laughing because it's just like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to pull a couple more cards and then I'm going to close it. Queen of Pentacles. This petty man, you could be in this Queen of Pentacles energy. This petty man is just like, he just wants to be so relevant. But, so this is you. You knew that your past did not define you. You did not let that from keeping you stuck. You just kept on working on your foundation, kept being like spiritual, kept being in your faith. You just kept trying to be happy. And also this Queen of Pentacles makes a good mom because of the fact that the Queen of Pentacles tend to be like financially stable, or they do what they can financially, like in a very honest, resourceful way for their children, which that could be you. So that's why he's like so interested. This man, I feel like everybody is, but this man who was an ex-lover, he's very interested in your finances, your home, your children, your child. He's not understanding that your life is the way it is because of divine timing. You're supposed to be where you are. But he's so convinced that you're not supposed to be where you are, or that you're doing something nefarious or illegal or like wrong. I'm also hearing ratchet. But the cards are saying otherwise. The cards are saying that this is divine timing. The cards are saying that this is supposed to be the way it is, right? So, Page of Wands, reverse. Yeah, this petty man is trying to block you, put blockages in your life. You got the Three of Cups, King of Swords, reverse, Star, reverse, Two of Cups, reverse, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, reverse. Jesus So he's trying to block you. So this petty man could be trying to block you with word of mouth. So he could be at parties and things like that, talking about you. Saying things about you, and then like, oh, I was drunk, I didn't realize that I said what I said, right? So this is a narcissist. I already said that he's a narcissist with the King of Swords in reverse. He's a liar. He's a gaslighter. Star reverse. He can't heal. Two of Cups reverse. People don't even want to work with him. Also, this is because he is now an ex. You don't want to be with him. You don't want to work with him. This person is very like volatile. They're a bully, and they don't even feel bad the fact that they're like a narcissistic bully. Like, who cares, right? So, in conclusion, this is a reading. I hope it helps. Bye.